Hey folks, this is Bardic Dragoon. Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Play Forward to the Sky. An independent PC... there we go. An independently developed PC platform action game. Has some puzzle elements. Not really sure how to call it on this one. Anyway, developed and released by Animu Studios in 2015. It's a pretty interesting little game. Fairly short. Basic premise is, well, as it explains in this nice little introductory story scene. Legend has it that in the Sky Tower lives a horrid-looking evil witch who everyone is afraid of. He seized the magical crystals and attacked the people of the Sky Tower and drove them away. And now the Sky Tower has reemerged from the clouds, and so a young princess takes it upon herself to expel the evil witch and return the crystals to her people. So basically that means we're going through the levels. We have to collect 100 crystal fragments. Every 33 we get a little piece of the story. And of course we collect all 100. We get the full story segment for that level. And yeah, it's a pretty straightforward game. First two levels are very simple. Later levels do get a little more puzzly and interesting.
Before other people get to her.
But the first level here, well, it's a first level. It's kind of designed to explain the game to you. There are enemies. You can attack them with a basic attack combo. Or another basic attack combo. You can jump. You can backflip. I have no idea what the function of the backflip
Light
is.
from the crystals is radiating inside the statue. Break it open and collect the crystals. If the legend is true, I should be able to learn the history of the Sky Tower from the crystals.
There are traps, there are puzzles. Like I said, there aren't a lot of puzzles in this one, but there are puzzles.
Where's the witch hiding? Are there clues inside the crystals? This way, I'll be the hero who beats the witch. Who would dare call me a troublemaking princess? Wicked!
And the environments are partially destructible. Also, you cannot attack while jumping. It's not really a thing that matters. Yeah, the environments are destructible. And you can use that to sometimes do things ways you're not supposed to. For example, you could do it the normal way. Hit this switch. Cause the platform to move over there. Or if you destroy that wall right, you can do like I just did. Kind of pointless to do it either way. That probably actually takes longer to destroy the wall, but I just felt like destroying that wall, so, you know, whatever. Anyway. Oh, there's the witch! Sort of.
The voice is coming from inside the crystals? It looks like I can move this box.
And as I said, this game does have some puzzly elements to it, but we really won't see that until more so the 4th and 5th levels, but the 3rd level has a few puzzle elements as well. Here we just have pushing boxes, which thankfully doesn't become too common of a theme in this. Since the way that this game handles the boxes, well, you kind of notice. Can't even say that it's a weird hitbox. I'm not even at the level of the floor. That's weird. Anyway.
Human.
Or not weird hitbox. Well, I guess it would be still a hitbox.
Where are you hiding?
Collision box, collision detection, something. I don't know. I'm failing to find the word that I won't need to describe what I was talking about there. Anyway. But yeah, the boxes actually move and are done with an actual physics simulation rather than what you tend to see in things like Zelda or most other games that have box pushing puzzles, where the boxes are preordained and move in certain ways that like isn't actually simulated. It just that's the path that boxes go along, kind of stuff. Ow.
The voice is...
By the way, you do have a health gauge. It is stupidly high, because you notice in the
voice popped out of
upper
nowhere and gave me a
left
fright.
corner, you have that little, pretty much the only thing in the UI besides the little text boxes
Otherwise,
the characters
how
talk.
embarrassing. I won't be afraid.
And yeah, you have 1,000 points of health, and it shows you how many crystals you've collected in the current level. And yeah, you can see, I mean, I haven't exactly been trying to avoid damage here, and I'm only at 684. There's really only 2 stages, arguably. One of them being the final boss, the final stage / boss fight, where health becomes a concern. Because even if you do stupid stuff like that, where you fall off the edge of the level, you don't actually take damage. You just get warped immediately back to the last checkpoint. Apparently, the princess can summon her hot air balloon by whistling. That's probably one of those don't think about it too hard kind of things in this game. But in general, the way the levels are laid out, you have a certain number of enemies that you have to defeat. That tends to accommodate for 25 of your crystals. The remaining 25, or the remaining 75 are split between statues, each statue having 25 crystals inside of it. And it's really finding those statues is where the game really kind of shines, because, I mean, the combat exists, and it's not terrible, but there's really nothing to it. I mean, some later enemies you can kind of take on, like, okay, well, there's a little bit of extra strategy to some of the later enemies, where doing things like your, I think it's actually considered light attack and heavy attack in the game. I'm not quite sure if those are good descriptions for the way that the attacks work, but that's, if I'm not mistaken, how the games define it.
Are you hiding? Yes, you're afraid of me. Witch, you're hiding now, but I will find you.
I don't know why I do multi-combos on the statue. The first hit will always break them, not like a lot of the other destructible stuff in the environment. Like this wall that I'm going to senselessly destroy because I can. That way we can kind of see how nice this game looks. Actually, one thing I've got to say I really do like about the game. Arguments could be made that its graphical style is a little bit weird, considering the fact that if you look at the... Actually, no. Because yeah, the fact that, like, you look at the character, they're pretty clearly, to a certain extent, they're pretty clearly like it's a very cel-shaded kind of style for the character texture, but everything else uses real-time shadows and a more realistic-looking environment. Like, some people might consider that weird. To me, it looks kind of like when you look at classic animation, they'd have like the hand-painted backgrounds and then cell animation for like characters and stuff that's actually moving. One of the very great things with the old cartoons where you can like tell when something's going to happen because the object that the characters are going to interact with looks completely different from the background for some mysterious reason. But yeah, there is more to the story, as I said. As you collect the crystals, each level you finish out, you get a section of the story. The game says 33 crystals, but to get the full story, you have to get all 100 crystals. So I guess like the third section technically takes 34 crystals. I don't know. Anyway, so you basically have, you know, through the Sky Tower, long ago people mined crystals from within the Sky Tower. They were prosperous, but they overmined the crystals. Gradually the mines became depleted, and then suddenly a girl was born who had crystals growing out of her body, strangely enough. Go figure. Anyway, this has been the beginning of Let's Play Forward to the Sky. Tune in next time where, well, we continue upwards in the Sky Tower. Until then, though, as always, later, folks.